T minus 40 seconds. T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Welcome to the Play It By Ear podcast. The podcast where the topics may vary because, hey, we play it by ear. And now your hosts, Eric Fiskus, Brady Liming, and Todd Griffin.
Oh, you can't send me things when I'm getting ready to go here. The Spirit of 76 on the play by
Heck yes.
Eric Fiskus along with you, as well as Todd Griffin,
Hello, hello.
Brady Liming.
Hello, hello.
All right. We welcome, got 7 people in the room so far. So
Right.
log in. I'm going to, while people are getting settled here, I'm going to go on a Facebook rant because I hate Facebook. We're live on Facebook. We may get banned from Facebook after this rant, but
Banished.
I put the scheduled event on Facebook, and usually it lets you invite people to the event. And just like I had done for 30 some episodes and scheduling these live recordings, no one was allowed to be invited to this one for no particular reason until about 6:12 this evening. So
We're invited, but our friends can't come.
exactly. So I invited a bunch of people. I'm glad to see there are 9 people in the room, but at that, I'm glad because I didn't know if anybody'd show up. So welcome to all of you who are here. Again, check in, sign in. Let us know who you are. Let us know if you're there. If you want to loom in the shadows, I guess you can do that too. Lumen. All right. Rant over. Okay,
Rant complete.
Let
Yes.
shenanigans commence.
All right. So again, episode 76, Play It By Ear podcast. If you have not been here before, each of us have a topic we bring to the table. We have not discussed said topic prior to the show, so it is unrehearsed. It is organic. That's the word. We haven't used that word in a while. So
We
yes,
have.
organic conversation, and we hope it's kind of funny.
Free range conversation.
Free range, yes. Allison, welcome. Hate that you have to get up at 3:30, but you are going to be retired here soon. So I don't know. I do feel for you having to get up at 3:30 tomorrow, but here in about 60 days, I don't guess you have to get up at all unless you have to get up with the kids probably, but no work in your future. So congratulations. I'm a little jealous. Miss Wilson, welcome.
Hi.
Yes. I know, Allison, you've been bragging on Facebook. We've seen it, but that's okay. That's you're a
Something
Hall
to
of
brag
Famer.
about.
You deserve it. Yes. Bree. It's
It is
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
It is.
Oh. Yes. What is happening? Play It By Ear's happening. Of course.
Ms.
Todd, the
Griffin,
boss is in the room, Todd.
Howdy, boss.
the proper authorities.
Howdy ho. All right, gentlemen. Visit our website, www.playbyyourpodcast.com, and find out about our show. We will talk about a couple different parts of our website as we go forward. So we'll do that in breaks between the topics. All right, so we are in the order on the screen at which we will give our said topics. And that will be Todd first, Brady in the middle segment, and me rounding things out with the gain of the evening. And one more thing, fellow babies.
WKRP.
In Cincinnati.
Booger.
Now, Bria just shows that you don't listen to us, because we said last week we're going to be on Tuesdays until December, but that's okay. You're here. You're
And you are not crazy.
You're not crazy. Well, I don't know.
You're crazier than the rest of us.
Right. Crazy is relative. Thank you, Stephen. We'll try to keep up the good work. All right, Todd. I believe we're rounding out the tournament.
Back to the tournament.
Yes.
The tourney.
All right. So I know everyone has been hanging on the edge of their seat waiting to see which breakfast cereal prevails. So we're going to get right into it. Our next round, our third round, starting with the number 1 seed, Fruit Loops, versus
Loops.
the number 6 seed, making a hell of a run in this tournament, Honeycombs.
Oh, yeah.
Fruit Loops versus Honeycombs.
There's always a 6th seed. You know that. Like when you bet in the NCAA tournament,
Yeah.
there's always a 6th seed that makes a run. Is Fruit Loops the 6th seed that makes the run here?
Fruit Loops is the number 1 seed.
Fruit
Yeah.
Loops. Honeycombs.
Yes. Honeycombs.
Honeycombs.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and put my vote in early, and then I'll sit back and I'm going Honeycombs. Honeycombs is it's good. It's awfully good, and it goes over. It overtakes my normal go-to. Eric, I have the same thoughts as you, as chocolate or fruity. Typically, is what I'm going to go with when it comes to any type of sugary food. But in this case, I'm going Honeycombs.
As am I.
You're going Honeycombs.
Honeycombs. Well, how about that? Well, I'll go to audience votes first, because once again, as I've said multiple times during the course of this tournament, I'm not a cereal connoisseur. So my vote doesn't register much in this particular conversation. But the ball says Loops. Josh Michael, welcome. Also says Loops. Miss Wilson, Honeycombs. So as far as the audience goes, Fruit Loops is the victor. But if we go total votes with you two involved, it's 3-2. Combs.
I think. There's the
Brewer.
bracket buster shot, Mr. Brewer.
Welcome, Kyle Brewer.
Right back with the Honeycombs.
Combs back in the
shot.
lead.
It's back and forth.
Oh, now am I going to have to either make or break this tie?
You might.
The non-cereal connoisseur.
Oh, one of these great cereals will be smote from this tourney, kicking and screaming.
Smoting. Fruit Loops. There's another vote.
Who voted? I missed it.
Steven.
Steven voted Fruit Loops. So it's 1 up, right? It's up by 1.
Yes, Fruit Loops up by 1. So now we have 10 people in the room, and we have audience votes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 4 people are abstaining from this vote. Now I don't know, if you just don't have a preference here, or you're just one looming in the shadows. But now, so Fruit Loops is up 1, right? So I don't have to cast. I'm the president of the Senate, so I don't have to cast my vote unless there's a tie, right?
Vote yes. Vote for Honeycombs. Sorry about that little 1776 breakout there.
So with audience vote, that would be Loops.
Correct? It is Loops. I know that's where the
Hang on, we have Savannah.
Savannah's in the room. Savannah, if you just joined us, the cereal contest here in this particular match is Fruit Loops at the number 1 seed and Honeycombs at the number 6 seed. So Savannah, Hall of Famer, what say you?
If I got paid to do that for hours on end, it would just still be as satisfying. Is there
Yes. Yeah, what does Doug Llewellyn say?
Oh,
Wapner.
man.
Wapner.
How would that look on LinkedIn? The guy. Sorry.
I
Savannah's not gonna
I
vote.
miss Wapner.
Yes, I do too. The later versions of the People's Court pale in comparison to the Wapner Llewellyn version. And Rusty Burrell, don't forget Rusty Burrell.
Bailiff
He-
Rusty.
Bailiff.
And Private
Oh.
Rin Tin Tin.
All right, so now we have a qualification vote here. Wendy, welcome Wendy, says honeycombs. However, if the Fruit Loops have marshmallows, it's Fruit Loops. But I don't believe
This is just run of the mill.
straight up loops.
Toucan Sam at his most simplistic.
Yes.
Yes. So where are we
Toucan
then?
bland.
Toucan bland. Nice.
Or the extra large thing from Costco be a 3-can.
Can I redo that joke? Two bland Sam, I think, would be better than
Yes.
Oh,
fix the joke, baby.
Savannah says loops. So where are we? I've lost count.
I've lost
So
count.
you-
It's
choose-
Fruit Loops. Yeah, that was the extra dagger.
Yeah,
Kirsten comes
Oh,
in with
Kirsten.
Way to
Twisted.
way to twist the blade, Kirsten.
So Fruit Loops in a
Advances.
in a late upset,
Sorry.
or not an upset. And Fruit Loops was number 1 seed. So
Yeah. All right. Next game.
all right.
We have Frosted Mini Wheats
Eats.
versus Golden Grams. Golden Grams.
Okay, what
Bale
I don't know
versus
why.
the
I don't know
shingle.
why. It doesn't. We're pretty immature. We just laugh at cereal names for no. I mean, it's the same cereal names we've heard for 3 weeks straight, but they're still making us laugh.
the bale versus the shingle. So what are the seeds here?
So should we this time let the Brady? Let's abstain and let's let the audience vote first this time.
Okay, what are the seeds?
The Frosted Mini Wheats is a number 5. Golden Grahams is a number 3.
5 versus 3. Got to vote for the Grahams. Got to vote for the
Vote
Wheats.
for the Wheats. Another vote for the Wheats.
Yes, Kirsten with the Wheats. And now she said, is that your favorite overall cereal, Kirsten? You put the number 1 behind the Wheats. Is that who you picked to win the tournament? All right.
If it were Kroger brand strawberry Frosted Mini Wheats, it would be a whole different game.
Wendy with the Wheats.
I think they're the NIT tournament champions.
Oh, yeah. That's what we should do. Yes, we should have an NIT as the cereal.
We'll
with
be
the
doing this in
offerings.
July. Don't forget the World Games and the Olympics.
Yes, Kirsten, that's her number 1. Brewer with the Wheats.
Oh my gosh. I don't think anybody remembers. You need to go buy a box of Golden Grams and relive the goodness.
Celia with the MW, the mini Wheats.
That's it, Celia. I'm buying a cupboard full of Golden Grahams.
There'll be no cereals in the house but Golden Grahams.
That's right.
In the Griffin house.
Meatloaf with like Golden Grams crusted over it.
Golden Graham Rice Krispie treats. Those would be good, probably.
Oh, I've had them.
Golden
They're
Graham
available.
Krispie treats, are they?
Yeah.
There's such a thing.
You can make I think you can make a crispy treat out of anything.
Oh,
Any
yeah, you
cereals.
At your local Quickie Mart, you could get the Lucky Charms, Tricks, I believe a Golden Graham, some Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Yeah, they're like into a treat.
I'm pretty sure I've seen Fruit Loop crisps
Yes.
as well.
Now, I've seen various and sundry cereals covering donuts in
Yeah.
various donut shops.
Yeah.
All right, so it looks like the Wheats
Oh my gosh.
have 1 Golden Graham vote. And,
Well, now, hang on a minute. I'm voting Golden Grahams.
okay, well, I appreciate your going
that-
with the
does
Golden
that-
Grahams there to help out, but it's kind of a landslide right now,
It
Brady.
is a landslide. Yep.
Well, what do you say?
We got a Golden Graham vote.
Yeah. Well, we had that same Golden Graham vote we had before.
Oh,
as much
vote as many times as you would like.
as much as I love them both, I'm gonna have to go with a mini wheat.
Mini.
It's tough though.
The dagger.
Vote early, vote often.
That's right.
Mini wheats.
All right, I'm penciling it in.
All right.
FMW. You can that can stand for whatever you wish.
Whatever you like.
All right, let's go over to the other side of the bracket for the number 1 seed. Somehow, Cinnamon Toast Crunch versus the number 6. We have another 6 seed here, Apple Jacks.
Oh,
A is for Apple. J is for Jack. Cinnamon Toasty Apple Jacks. Sorry.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
or
You don't hear. I use the same syllable. Crunch. It should be crunch or something. Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Crunch. All right.
and
Audience
apple
vote says-
yaks.
Oh yeah, got one Apple Yak vote. Got a CTC vote.
Kirsten,
Right.
I'm learning so much about you that I should already know.
Another CTC vote. So you letting the audience vote again first?
Yeah.
Wow.
Miss Wilson,
It's-
Cinnamon
it's-
Toast Crunch.
It's getting ugly.
Ah,
It's getting ugly.
It is getting ugly.
gonna be like mop up time.
So what are the seeds here again?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch is the number 1 seed, and Apple Yaks is number 6.
CTC. According to Allison Chavis. All right.
I mean, I prefer apple yaks, but this isn't even. I might as well. This is a runaway.
A run away.
And in the twilight.
I might as well put it in there. There's an Apple Yaks vote.
Josh Michael, Apple Jacks. Still a runaway.
Yeah.
Still a runaway.
She's a little runaway. I'm going with, for time's sake, I'm putting it in.
Still, yeah.
Go ahead.
CTC.
Yeah.
All right. The final match of this match. What do we decide to call these? If it's cereal, the final contests. The final contest of this round. Captain Crunch,
Cap'n Crunch.
regular Captain Crunch, no berries, no softener to protect your
Palate.
yes. Just the raw meat inducing. Better if you have a gizzard. Captain Crunch.
Put some in your crawl. Your crop.
Put some crop in your craw. Captain Crunch versus Lucky Charms.
Ooh.
And Lucky Charms is the 2 seed out of this region.
And Cap'n Crunch is what?
Captain Crunch is the 5 seed.
So do you now? Cap'n Crunch seems to be, to me, again, not the cereal connoisseur, but it's pretty high, well-known cereal. Maybe working off of its name,
I think so.
I would consider it to be higher than a 5 seed.
Captain Crunch is the only cereal that's not red that will still turn your milk pink, and it's from mouth blood.
Mouth blood.
It's yeah.
Some high fructose corn abrasion.
All right. Allison says the Charms. Kirsten says the Charms. Savannah with the Captain
Josh and
Crunch.
Savannah both say the Crunch.
I say the crunch.
Yeah, Josh, forgot Josh. Here's Cap'n Crunch. All right. We need more votes.
Well, I'm
Now
going
we
to
got
go ahead and vote.
12 people in the room, so we should have more votes.
I'm going to go ahead and vote Charms. Put my vote in for Charms.
Charms.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
Aye,
tell you.
Captain.
You and your wife are like the epitome of opposites attract when it comes to cereal. I mean, you guys have voted against each other most of the time.
You know, it's a good thing that one game that we played that time wasn't picking each other's favorite cereals.
All right.
We would be screwed.
So then I'm going to ask a somewhat personal question about your
Oh, Lord.
finances, Todd. How much money do you all spend on cereal, since you obviously don't like any of the same cereals?
Honestly, I'm not kidding when I say that. This tournament I bought a box of Frosted Mini Wheats like I said last week, but other than that, I never buy or eat cereal.
Okay.
And neither does she, so I don't know. I mean, so I guess we're going back to when we did eat cereal. I don't see her eat cereal very often, so.
Or is she just being contrary to you?
She might be.
Oppositional defiant.
What are we at here? We
Miss Wilson says charms.
that's why Miss Wilson was my favorite teacher, because she had good taste in cereals.
All right, so we got 1, 2, 3 for charms. We got 1, 2, 3 for the crunch. So, gentlemen, where do you stand?
Did you count my vote as crunch yet?
No, I was just counting audience votes.
Oh,
You say crunch?
I say crunch in a toit battle.
I say charms, and it's not even close in my book. One of them's charming, one of them's harming.
So essentially,
Don't
we're tied
disrespect
here.
Captain
The same
Tindergut.
people that can eat Captain Crunch are the same people that can just take a piping hot cup of coffee and just swallow it like it's nothing. I always assumed you had to be at least 85 to be able to do that.
So, Celia, you gave me a little vocal. Who in the hell
The hell, she says.
would rather have moist, nasty Lucky Charms compared to deliciously crunchy Cap'n Crunch?
Somebody that values their teeth, their lips, their gums, and their entire face. That's who. I want to be able to eat my favorite cereals up until my 90s.
My palate's gonna be like, was it James Dean? Eat Captain Crunch and leave a young, beautiful corpse or something like that.
I'm pretty sure that's exactly how it went.
So if we're tied, then is it to me,
It is to you,
President of the Senate?
President of the Senate.
Vote? All right, but again, we still have 10 people in the room, and we don't have 10 votes. But I'll vote. Again, using my general rules regarding foods and such.
This should
when
be
it
good.
when it comes to non-frosted, non-sugared cereal versus something that has marshmallows in it, I pick the marshmallows. Lucky
Yeah.
Charms.
Good pick.
Ugh. He's back
So,
to being Lieutenant Crunch.
Now
Uh-oh.
Brewer.
Brewer.
Brewer with the late vote for Charms. So Charms wins according to without my vote.
They're always after their lucky charms.
Hi. So Miss Wilson on that contest choosing based upon the mascots. The leprechaun versus the lame ship captain.
Yeah.
Oh,
Why is Captain Crunch lame?
Give me Captain D's over Captain Crunch any day.
in a big old basket of barnacles.
Big,
Right.
some hush puppies.
Some quieted canines.
All right. Are we
Are
ready
we
for-
getting off on a tangent here?
Yes.
Who's the best captain?
We have a
I
final
say,
four.
I say the captain of Captain and Tennille. That's who I would choose. Go ahead.
I say Captain Lou Ferrigno. Not Lou Ferrigno, but Lou Albano.
You won't like him. You won't like him when he's angry.
Is that the ghost of Christmas I'm an idiot I hear knocking or what? Captain Lou Albano is who I meant to say.
Captain Lou Ferrigno.
I can't breathe.
That was outstanding.
Oh, gosh. I'd like to say I was trying to be funny.
Oh, Andy.
Sorry to the audience, we just lost for dead air and laughing.
Yeah.
Uh,
For those of you who don't know, Lou Albano was the guy that had the rubber bands hanging off his face from, was it Cyndi Lauper's dad, right?
Well, in Girls Just Want to Have Fun, but he was
And,
the manager of the Wild Samoans and
Quote.
And Lou Ferrigno was the Incredible Hulk. So two different people completely.
Toulouse.
Speaking of wrestling, now they're having a wrestling show in Manchester.
Wrestling or wrestling?
Wrestling. Jimmy Hart is going to be in Manchester.
Really?
Well,
Yeah, how about that?
I know his tiki bar in Tampa just closed. I think he was a COVID victim. Like that,
Yeah.
Had to go out on the road since his bar closed, right?
Yeah.
That's right. Take the show to Manchester.
That's right. Miss Wilson, would you seriously trust that goofy captain? I don't think the captain ever sunk any ships. I think he was a.
He did with the crunch berries.
I was
it
gonna
that
say he had that strange creature that would ooze out berries.
But the ship didn't sink, right?
His ship didn't. Yeah.
So he was
No.
an adequate captain. He was able to keep his ship afloat.
How about Captain Kangaroo? If we're going to go with captains here.
Well, there's that. There's that.
Major
We didn't mess that up.
marsupial.
I was going to say we didn't mess that up. Captain
That would be on
Anteater.
a T-shirt at Founder's Day. Major marsupial. There you go.
Nice. I just got it.
Continue.
It was one of your better marsupial jokes, Brady.
Yeah, yes, it was.
I
There's a
had that
lot of
one in
those
my
to
pouch.
sift through. Nice. All right, we got the final four here, guys. This is
All right.
big time.
This is exciting.
Final four matchup. Number one, we have number one seed Fruat Lowaps Voices
Voices.
Frosted Hrinny Treats. Frosted Mini Wheats.
So, audience vote first again.
Yep. So again, we have the number one seed Fruit Lowaps Fruit Loops versus Frosted Mini Wheats. It's amazing that time goes so quick when you're talking about cereals.
Savannah FMW.
Louise.
So I would assume Kirsten with the FMW. She hasn't voted yet, but
Another
Miss
FMW.
Wilson FMWs. Because Kirsten says the FMWs were her top cereal of all. So we went down to 9 people in the room. Hopefully she wasn't one of the ones that left there, but she said that was her number one. Celia Mini Wheats forever. Not just now, but forever.
There we got a
Ooh,
Fruit Lowap.
Brewer with the loops.
He's hitting the paint. Driving.
Number one seed's in danger here.
It is.
Frosted Mini Wheats.
I'm going to put my vote in for Fruit Loops, Fruit Lowaps.
Okay.
I'm keeping score as well over here.
So we're at 3 and 2.
3 to 2.
here.
Yeah.
Brady.
Fruat Luops.
3 to 3. Now again, Kirsten
Is it
said,
Fruit Lowaps or Fruit Loops?
Charlie, welcome.
Hey,
Charlie.
how's it going, Charles?
Fruit
Another
Loops.
vote for Fruit Loops.
Fruit Loops into the lead. But again, I'm assuming Kirsten's vote because she said earlier. But I don't know
Unless
if
she's
still
off,
here.
unless she's out of the
Maybe.
game.
She's out of the game.
She might not have had tickets for the Final Four.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe she didn't change venues to the Final Four.
She's still in Dayton.
All right. Fruit Loops in the lead. Fruit Loops Frosted Mini Wheats.
Fruit Loops by the
Hey, Charles.
hair of Toucan Sam's snout. It's big.
By the skin of his teeth.
I was wondering
Allison,
why.
FMW. So we now have another tie.
It's another tie.
Tied. So Kirsten cast her vote for the FMWs. Number one seed falls. Or I have to vote.
Ooh.
Mm.
And we're waiting.
So that's a lot of pressure.
That's a lot of pressure.
All right, I'm going to put a vote in, but if there's another audience vote that comes in that nullifies my vote doesn't count.
The nullification crisis.
So again, going by my rules, you have a frosted cereal versus a non-frosted cereal. Although it is a fruity cereal,
Mm-hmm.
I lean with the frosting. Frosted mini
Wow.
frosted mini wheats.
Wow. I did not see that coming.
Anyone care to
Throw this
care to nullify
vanquish?
my vote?
Yes.
Back to chaos.
So the FMWs were what seed?
FMW is a 5 seed.
Ooh, a 5 seed. 5-12. That's pretty strong too. That's a fives do well in the tournament situation. 6 gets all the play, but 5s are pretty strong bet too. I think FMW is going to stand here.
Are we going once?
I think it is.
Once, twice,
M.
3 times.
3 times a matey.
All right.
Frosted mini wheats, the 5
Frosted
seed.
mini wheats, the 5 seed
Dethrones the 1 seed.
into the championship game.
The finals.
All right. Our last Final Four match contest. Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
He says with disdain.
If you take the cinnamon off, it's a pretty nasty cereal. You got to be honest.
It's just Toast Crunch.
It's just Toast Crunch.
Well, if my aunt had, she'd be my uncle.
I know where you were going with that. Can you say that anymore, Eric? Or we?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. And its opponent, Cinnamon Toast Crunch's opponent is Lucky Charms.
Lucky Charms.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch versus Lucky Charms.
And the seeds are again?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch is a number 1 seed. I think it paid for that seed. Paid its way into that.
Duke.
And Lucky Charms is number 2.
Ooh, 1 versus 2. All right. Savannah with the early vote, CTC. Yeah, you can't make a statement like that. Now you're coloring the votes. If you took cinnamon off, it'd be a nasty cereal. Well, you know what? If you took the
If you took the frosting off the frosted mini wheats.
exactly, you have a bale of hay. You know,
Do we have
Mini bale.
3 Cinnamon Toast Crunch votes in a row?
Brewer
1, 2,
CTC
3,
for life.
4.
3 CTC.
All right. If Cinnamon Toast Crunch wins, Brewer has to get that tattooed on his back. CTC for life.
Charlie with the Lucky Charm vote. The
Thank you,
singular.
Charles. Thank you for bringing a voice of reason to this tournament, Charles.
So I think we all know what Todd's vote is.
We can't have 2 bland cereals in the championship game. We got to have some color, some sweetness.
So Allison says CTC, and her daughter votes. See, now, is that the first vote your daughter's made? Is she eligible to vote? Is she 18 years old?
Is she
You have to be
registered?
18 to vote in this. All right. Todd says, of course, Lucky Charms, right?
Yeah.
Brady?
As do I.
4-3.
4-3.
There you go, Charles.
And
We got to have 1 cereal with marshmallows in the championship game.
on another note, I'm very surprised that there are no chocolatey cereals anywhere in the Final Four.
That's what I mean. No chocolate and now no marshmallows, no color. I mean, it's just wow, what a drab.
No red dye number 5.
I was going to say, what a drab tournament.
Where's the high fructose corn syrup in this whole thing?
In my arteries at the moment.
This championship game is going to be so lame. It's going to be played on is it Vanderbilt's court or whatever that has the big step up for the. It looks like a bunch of floating heads on the side of the.
Yeah, the benches are on the ends, and it's crazy. All right, looks like a Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I do not have to vote. Although if I had to vote, my vote would be Lucky Charms. Again,
Which
due
would
to the
tie it.
marshmallow rule. I can't vote to tie. The president of the Senate can't vote to tie. Only vote in
Going
case
once.
of a tie, to break a tie.
Going twice.
So we're to our finals,
We are to our finals.
which are once again
And I'm not even excited to announce these. We have,
the CBS is crestfallen with where
Ladies
this
and
final
gentlemen.
has ended up. The ratings are going to be horrific.
North Texas State versus Stetson.
ladies and gentlemen, now the championship match.
Let's get ready to humble.
Let's announce the starting lineups. Who gives a shit? We have a 2-inch bale of crap with half its frosting missing. We got a half a bale of crap with no frosting. We got a bowl full of frosted granules that are worthless at the end of the night. Frosted mini wheats versus a cereal that if you were to blow on it would eliminate all taste. Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Now, can we all agree here that if both sides of the frosted mini wheat were frosted, there would be no contest?
If they were to go ahead and frost the inside of it, I mean, then you might have something.
Frost and filling, that would be outstanding.
Exactly.
Some pudding filling for frosting.
Or marshmallows inside of it.
Well,
Get on
there
it,
you go.
Kellogg's.
There you go. FMW from Savannah, mini eats for Celia. Brewer would eat CTC with a fork. That's how much he loves it. So would Brady.
Yes. So we are 2-1 so far.
2-1.
The wheats. Oh, we have 2-2.
Oh, 2-2. Ms. Wilson, what started out as a 2020 segment turned into Todd's TMZ.
That's right.
Mini wheats with strawberry jelly inside. That
It
was-
seems like, you mentioned that, Celia, but didn't they have a version of that one time that had some sort of jellies inside of it? I think they might have.
It's called candy.
Miss Wilson goes with the frosted mini wheats.
FMWs. So where are we at? 1, 2,
We're at 3-2
3, 3-2. Mini.
without my vote or Brady's vote.
You all want to chime in?
Brady?
Frosted mini wheats over the CTC.
This is tough because
It is
I'm going to be
tough.
honest with you. But had I not bought a box of frosted mini wheats the other night, I would pick frosted mini wheats. But I'm telling you, that is not a good box of cereal in there in my cupboard right now. Now maybe it's old. I didn't look at the date. Maybe
the
it's last
supply
year's
chain
harvest.
Supply chain so behind they sold you out of date cereal. Is
Yeah.
that what you're saying?
I mean,
Hey, it's got a vote for Truman thing on the back of it.
maybe it was a bad harvest, but it's not good. So for that
It's
reason,
like a Neil Young song waiting
So-
to happen.
So here's the thing, though. Like, should I vote for the cereal that I remember liking or the one that I bought last week and didn't like? How many people that are voting have had these cereals
The
within the
ghost of
last...
cereal's past and the ghost of cereal's future.
I think our memories tend to be skewed sometimes. So did you really like the frosted mini wheats as much as you thought you did? Because I'm not sure it's changed all that much, has it?
I don't know. It just is not... Hey, Celia, if you're listening, go pour you a bowl of that frosted mini wheats and tell me what you think, because I was disappointed. The Kroger ones are better.
Her vote's with the mini wheats.
So if we're going Kellogg's mini wheats versus who makes Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
General Mills.
General Mills?
Yeah.
Charlie says when even CTC soaked up the milk, they were still good. Yeet.
I think I just got a bad box.
See, we had a bowl last week.
From the box that from our current box, Miss Wilson said she had a bowl of Frosted Mini Wheats for supper tonight, and it was great. That's not from our box, so I. All right, I'm going.
Like I tell you all the time, the Kroger brand is usually better.
I'm going with, but see, growing up, we didn't call it Frosted Mini Wheats. We called it Dad's cereal, and maybe I remember liking it so much because I was forbidden.
It was a forbidden fruit outlaw.
It was a much like the old the round devil food cake, the chocolate cookies. Those were Daddy's cookies. I make it sound like I grew up in a house that didn't let me eat anything. I ate what I wanted, but those things were off limits. I'm going to go Frosted Mini Wheats.
Frosted Mini.
Yeah, I think it ran away with it.
Yeah, Brady, did you vote?
Yes, I said Frosted Mini Wheats.
So, I believe they are the victor here, aren't they?
Bail over shingle.
It would be fun to do this exact same tournament with people under 40. People are like the average. I mean, I know there's people listening under 40, but like a younger average crowd. I bet more of the sugary sweet
or over 60.
Yeah,
because I think their palate probably would be a little different as well.
Well, I'm guessing the number 8 seed grape nuts would have gone a hell of a lot longer. Let's
cereal carries out different functions when you're older. Not merely
carries out part of your colon.
Let's look at some of the earlier. Let's revisit this tournament though. Oddly enough, let's see. Grape Nuts didn't win, but Wheaties got beaten right off the bat, which we agreed that Wheaties and then Corn Flakes they were pretty much the same cereals. Right. But believe it or not, we had more of the sugary, sweet, chocolate and fruit type cereals not make it past the second round than we did. I mean, Count Chocolate got beat in the second round. Cocoa Puffs got beat in the second round.
Anything chocolate went down.
Cookie Crisps got beat in the second round. Fruity Pebbles got beat in the second round. And Rice Krispies didn't make it out of the first round.
I'm not a cereal connoisseur again at all, but the thought of Fruity Pebbles soaked in milk is rather disgusting. And I've seen the end result of the Fruity Pebble that ends up stuck to the side of the bowl and then turns into a crustacean.
You gotta get in there and get that. Gotta use your snaggle tooth and get that off there.
Let's look at Markatron.
So Cinnamon Toast Crunch pathway to the championship game, they beat a very overrated Boo Berry cereal. The worst of the monster cereals. Why wasn't Frankenberry in there? Frankenberry was better than Boo Berry. And then it beat Count Chocula. So Cinnamon Toast Crunch knocked out 2 of the 3 monster cereals.
That's strong.
Yes. And then it beat Apple Jacks and then Lucky Charms. That is an amazing pathway.
That's a run.
Now Fruit Loops, throughout the Wops, they beat Grape Nuts, which I mean, what couldn't have? Then they beat a strong Honeycombs team. But then they couldn't beat Frosted Mini Wheats. They couldn't hold up against them. I still think Golden Grams was the one that affected me the most.
Golden Grams got shafted.
I hate
by the eventual champion, so it's not too bad, I guess.
Right.
And that concludes our 2021 Ultimate Breakfast Cereal Bracket. Congratulations to Frosted Mini Wheats.
One shining
moment. May you use the money your organization makes for this victory and go try to figure out how to taste as good as Kroger versions of you.
Congratulations, FMW. You are the champion. All right.
Ooh,
What?
yeah, I like pecan sandies, Miss Wilson.
Oh, yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Okay, this is gonna be the dumbest thing ever. But I say pecan. But whenever anybody talks about pecan sandies, they always say pecan sandies.
I don't. I
So
say
why is it
pecan.
pecan pie or pecan pie and pecan sandies?
But you threw a third way to say it in there. You said
Yeah. There's
Pecan.
three
Yeah.
again. Pecan.
so. You throw a
pecan.
so you throw a long e in there. Pecan.
That's not even tomato. That's,
No.
It's in triplicate.
See, I throw pecan. Pecan. That's how I say it. Like Shaka Khan.
Pecan.
Pecan.
Now wait a minute. I think that is certainly a Southern delicacy. So I think Allison is the one with us that can make that determination. How do you say it, Allison? Pecan, or
pecan.
Nope. I said pecan, or pecan.
pecan.
Nobody says.
That's a fourth thing.
Nobody
What's that
says
fourth
peckin.
one? Except the
Peckin.
chicken.
Pecking. Yeah. All right. While we're waiting for Allison to make that determination, visit our website once again. Go to the support page, membership and support. You can become a member of our podcast. Costs $5 a month, $50 a year. And you can become a Hall of Famer. We have 2 Hall of Famers in the room with us,
Woohoo!
Allison and Savannah.
Yeah.
So join them on the Earbud Hall of Fame list on our website. And if you go to that page, you can see it right there. Click on the Buy Me a Coffee link there. You can go to our crowdsourcing website, which is buymeacoffee.com, and that will take you through becoming a member of our podcast. All right, so the determination is in, and it is pecan.
Pecan pie.
Pecan pie.
I don't know that I can get myself.
She lives in Alabama. She would know.
I'm sure she does. I don't know that I can get myself to change it after all these years, though. I'm still going pecan.
Allison also says the sad thing is so many of the cereals have changed over the years and don't taste the same as the original cereals from a long time ago.
Frosted Mini Wheats. Kellogg's Frosted Mini Wheats.
I was so disappointed when I got Alpha Bits for my daughter and they didn't taste at all the same.
Alpha barf.
Barfa Bits.
So do you suppose that has to do with trying to make cereal healthier? Is that what it is? I mean, again, I don't eat it, so I can't say. But yes, Charlie, they did say Cheerios was good for you.
White lost in the first round.
Along with grape nuts.
It actually didn't. Cheerios beat Waffle Crisps or something.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Whew.
All right. Brady, you
Yeah.
have topic number 2. Take it away.
Yes, I do. I'm the second shooter tonight. This is from a fun list that Eric had discovered and said, "Hey, is this good?" And I said, "Yes, it is, and we will do it." So what it is brands and products that in the next few years could very well disappear, gone,
Kaplooey.
vanished. So I shall start this off with, this is something inconceivable to me, but number 20 on this list is Kraft singles.
Kraft singles.
Are we talking like the Kraft singles? I guess that's the non-cheese product.
Yes, the
Cheese-
American
cheese.
cheese, the yellow orange square in
Yeah.
the cellophane. Yeah,
Advertised on the box as cheese food.
Cheese food, yeah. But it's
Well,
funny because my mom and I were just having a conversation
Cheese
about this
whiz.
just the other day, and she had a good point. There are lots of recipes where that you just can't beat the cheese foods. You can't replace it with other types of cheese and have it taste the same. So I hope it doesn't go away.
Yeah. It in references says the cheese food reference that people are moving away to healthier things. I don't get that. That's
I like a food that you can't tell the difference whether you unwrapped it or not. It tastes the same. You can just.
Is this my craft single or is that my child's toy?
Yeah.
Like that.
Now Velveeta is just a big block of craft singles, right? Big cheese food.
I don't know that it has the same taste, but once again, you can't really
Bovine
replace Velveeta
properties
with certain things.
Yeah.
Or in certain things, I should say.
This next one's 18 on this list is, you're not going to believe this, I did Wheaties.
Wheaties. Doesn't surprise me. It's crap.
Apparently, it says younger consumers are less likely to buy a cereal because they find it too difficult to eat on the go. And American breakfast habits are changing. And Wheaties seems to be going the way of the dodo.
Okay.
Now your average carp loves them, so they'll be disappointed. Your farm pond carp.
Now let's back up. I don't get the description of people are going away from Wheaties because they can't eat it on the go. What cereal can you eat on the go? I mean,
Depends
that would
on if
just
there's
be
milk in it.
that would just be an indictment of cereals across the board, right? So I don't get that. Now Wheaties, I think our tournament pretty much determined that Wheaties are a
popper in the game.
A shadow of their former selves when they had Bruce Jenner on the box back in 1976.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Again,
I'm laughing at my.
I'm not joking when I say that. I mean, when it makes a better carp food than it does a person food. You just throw it in your hand and run a little water on it. You got yourself a good day of fishing.
And by the way, for you younger listeners or viewers here, Bruce Jenner is now Caitlyn Jenner. So just so you know.
Good to know. The more you know.
The more you know.
Knowing is half the battle.
Miss Wilson, as long as the McDonald's and the rest of fast foods exist, craft singles are going to survive. That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
The next on the list will surprise many right now where we're at, but, it doesn't take Nostradamus here to see this coming. But on this list is Twitter.
Twitter's a cesspool. So.
Since Twitter was founded in 2006, other social media platforms like Snapchat and Instagram have been dipping into its user base. Twitter put itself up for sale in 2016 and just talked about its value dropped. But I think they're saying from a corporate, the brand is dying. The platform is dying.
Well, Twitter is toxic. That's why it's dying.
I would argue that's why it got so big.
Yeah. Jerry Springer show syndrome.
But now toxic people just argue with themselves now. So
yes.
But I don't see. I will say this. I mean, I don't tweet, but I read tweets. I don't personally see it dwindling. I don't know that this is something that's going to happen in the next. And I have Snapchat. I don't know that they cover the same territory.
No.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I totally.
Twitter's more of an information source now.
Yeah. I still say I get my news on Twitter, and I get it before anyone who relies on network news or on the TV. Perfect example. We go back to when Kobe Bryant was killed. Eric, we were talking about it, how we knew about 40 minutes before Brady because he didn't have access to his Twitter at the time, and was
right.
It was out a good 45 minutes before the news. The news had it.
Yep.
So I still stand by Twitter's good for news.
Yes.
Okay, no, you're talking about some toxic tweets. There would be some toxic tweets if this happened. On this list is Chef Boyardee.
Pizza ball.
Chef Boyard don't. It's Go ahead, Todd.
I don't know. That's I don't eat the stuff much, but I grew up on it. I would hate to see it go.
I know it's like it's just said that Chef Boyardee has been falling out of favor in today's era of fresher, healthier foods. In yeah, so
This whole list is based on that, isn't it? This whole list is going to be based on healthy and organic.
actually it comes from MoneyWise magazine. So,
Well, but I mean, I'm saying that if you
Oh,
noticed,
from
all
that, yeah.
of the food so far has been, it's going away because
Yeah.
of the health.
So,
Yep,
so
you're
what's
right.
your favorite? What's your favorite Chef Boyardee product?
I like
The raviola.
Yeah, raviola, meat raviola, not cheese raviola. Although I don't
Yeah.
mind the cheese raviola either, but I like to mix them actually. Did they ever make one that was both
I don't
in the
think they
same
did.
can?
No, not that I know of. Did you
I
like
like
the
the-
pizza?
I love the pizza. The pizza's my favorite.
Yeah.
I still say if I always wanted them to open a Chef Boyardee pizza plate, like a restaurant. Like you go there and they made Chef Boyardee pizza, or hell, you even made your own. I wouldn't have minded. But what did you think? Do you like the mini ravioli better than the full size ravioli?
A maxi ravioli.
The big ravioli, there were literally only like 4 ravioli in the can.
Ravioli.
The one raviola, if it was big enough, could satisfy.
But yeah,
No, I'm kidding. I just wanted to say those words.
Now wait a minute.
it's all
Is
it's
the
all
singular
squished up in the
version-
can.
Yeah.
It's the singular version of that raviolum. Is that what you said?
Yes. One raviola. 3 ravioli.
I thought you said raviolum. L-U-M.
Oh. I wish I did. That's great. All right. The next one. Wow. Jello.
What?
Yeah.
Jello?
I don't that I wouldn't fight. I don't see any use for Jello really.
I mean, Jello has the same use it always had.
You call it Jella?
Jella.
I would argue that it has the same use, but it lost its. It doesn't appeal to me as an adult, and not a particularly mature adult. I mean, I just.
But was it ever meant to appeal to adults?
Well, adults do stupid stuff like put shredded cheese on Jello.
There's
Charles.
Nazi
Charles,
guards. That's what they do.
You're going to find yourself in hot water here, Charles. You're going to get Eric all worked up and frothing
No,
at the mouth.
I don't mind the fruits in the Jellos.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
fine.
Fresh fruit's fine.
It depends on what kind of fruits. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Now,
I've had some fruit in Jello that was downright gross.
cheese and cheese
And cheese.
and celery.
Oh, I've
You
never
had
seen
it?
celery in
Radish.
Jello.
Yes,
Carrot chunks.
Brady, you've seen celery in Jello, haven't you?
Oh God, yes. It's a cardinal sin.
I've never seen celery in Jello. I've seen the cheese on it, the shredded cheese.
Okay. So at church functions,
Mandarin oranges are good on it.
oh yeah,
And
at
bananas.
church functions and carry-ins, you always wondered, like, it's like, gosh, I'm hungry. You sat through the sermon and everything, and then they go to the carry-in, you get this wonderful looking cherry Jello, and there's a piece of celery in it, and I'm like, was that divine punishment?
I don't think it was. I don't think it was supposed.
Yeah.
It wasn't supposed. It fell out of the teeth of the old lady making the Jello. That's what it is. It wasn't supposed to be in there.
I saw you cheat on that spelling
Hmm.
test.
Now, Miss Wilson
Celery
brings
in
up
your
a
Jell-O.
valid point here. You mean Jello shots are not going to stay in vogue? Now that is the adult version of Jello right there. That's true.
Yeah.
Now, if we're talking Jello brand pudding, now that
Yeah,
I like.
I like me some pudding. Indeed.
But do you ever find, like, if you go to a restaurant or if you go to a lot of times it's like Chinese buffets or something, and they lack in the dessert department, and it's pretty much just like pudding is your dessert. As much as I like pudding, I get disappointed if that's the only dessert they have at a restaurant. Just a cold can of pudding they opened up and slopped it into a glass bowl up there. And then,
not even-
they have the banana puddings that everybody fights over. The new
Yeah.
the cookies are only on the top.
Oh,
And
yeah,
that
with
pink
Nilla
nougat with
wafers.
chunks in it.
Yeah, well, but there should be
That
a
fluff
rule. If it's banana pudding at a restaurant, it should be a half a nafer each. You shouldn't be able to go up there and get 5 or 6 nafers and leave naked pudding up there.
Oh, that's a good band name.
No, now wait a minute. You don't loom around waiting for them to change the pudding out and get all the
That's what
nafers?
everybody does, though. You got to fight your way to the nafers.
You sweep the leg and then go for the pudding.
Now you brought up the the pink stuff with the chunks in it.
Yeah, I don't know what
the
that
fluff.
nougat.
Now, that can go off in so many awful directions.
It looks
And
like
the first awful direction is if that crap has cottage cheese in it. Oh, I'm gonna vomit.
it looks like upchucked ham salad is what it looks like. It's like somebody
Exactly, Michael.
it looks like somebody took a swig of fruit punch and ham salad and then spat it out. I'm gagging thinking about it. Yeah.
Now there's also another version, the green version. When you taste it, you don't know if it's going to be lime or it's going to be pistachio.
Slime. Lime or slime.
No, lime or pistachios.
Oh.
Pistachios. I don't mind pistachios just eating them like just raw, but I don't like pistachio flavored stuff.
Because it ain't flavored like pistachio. It's that fake, like watermelon candy. There's this pistachio pudding that tastes nothing like a pistachio.
Now, I tell you what I do like as I get older is some good old tapioca. I like when a restaurant has 3 pudding flavors. I like when they have vanilla, chocolate, and tapioca.
Fish egg pudding, fish eyeball pudding.
I mix my chocolate and my tapioca.
No, oh my god.
Chociopa.
That sounds like the noise my stomach would make. Yeah,
There's nothing wrong with tapioca. It's just the look and the texture of it that gets you. The taste of it, it's pretty much like,
exactly.
yeah.
Exactly.
What
Go
are
ahead.
those little balls in tapioca?
I don't know. That's a good question. Who can answer us? What are the? I want to dip my. Sorry, the old kids in the hall or the state. Which one was it? Was it the state?
I forget which one, but
I think it was the state. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tapioca. I remember Mom making it. It always seemed like a pretty complicated process. Like she would make homemade tapioca, and it seemed like there was like pressure cookers involved and a lot of steam and
Yeah.
being yelled at to stay away from the stove.
Well, and that's another. You bring up another variation of the pudding that is not instant, but the stuff you have to cook, and it
You
gets
wait for it to congeal.
and it gets that skin on top, the pudding skin.
We used to fight over the pudding skin in my family. Do you eat the pudding skin, Eric?
I eat the pudding skin.
Or you just skin her back and throw it away? eat neath it and then just have a bowl of skin left and then.
Oh.
Now it depends though. If it has to be chilled, I will eat the skin if the pudding has been chilled.
I don't mind it when
not
it's
if
hot.
it's warm.
I don't mind warm pudding skin. But I only like chocolate. Other because I've only seen chocolate pudding skin. I'm assuming all shades of pudding would have skin if it's made with skin.
Right?
But
You do bring up a good point. I think all I've ever seen is the chocolate pudding skin.
and it's always amazing because the skin is always darker than the under part. You know what I mean? Like the pudding
Right.
itself is a hue. If it's like if you're looking at paint samples, it's the one right below it. It's like you got the skin and you got the one right below it.
Epidermis.
Yeah, you got the
No, the dermis.
The darn,
yeah.
All right, Miss Wilson, what will hospitals use for people on a soft food diet after surgery? She's talking about the Jell-O.
Oh yeah.
Now, Charlie, what's this when I was a kid stuff? I would eat marshmallow fluff with a spoon right now. If you put marshmallow fluff in front of me in a spoon, I'd eat it right here, right now.
I just didn't like it. It was too sticky. I like the flavor of it, but it was too sticky.
Yeah, you can't get your hands in it. That's no
No,
good.
no.
Gee.
Yes, rice puddings. That's another thing, Charlie. It's true.
Well, I think he's saying that rice is what's in tapioca, isn't he?
No,
That makes the
I don't-
balls. They're
I
very
think it's
rice
from a-
pudding and tapioca
from a
are very
root.
similar.
they're very similar, but they're not the same.
Yeah,
So I don't think it's rice that's in tapioca.
it has to be something.
Well, yeah, Allison Fish Eyes.
Fish eyes.
Or Savannah's uncle told her when she was 8 that the balls in the tapioca were the special bits of male fish. Could
Barnacles.
be. And barnacles, right? So now I have this computer in front of me. I think I need to look up what are the balls in tapioca.
I'm gonna ask Siri.
Be
Siri,
careful
what are the
opening
balls
that
in
one.
tapioca? Well, I hope Google Images doesn't show up.
That's what I was to say.
Here we go. Edible translucent spheres produced from tapioca, starch extracted from the cassava
Yum.
root.
See, now Siri is
Cassava,
saying the
yeah.
same website I'm looking at. Small balls of tapioca starch that turn into a chewy, gummy ball when cooked. How about that?
They originated as a cheaper alternative to pearl sago in Southeast Asian cuisine. When in bubble tea, they are most commonly referred to as boba. I didn't know that. So it's the same thing in the boba teas. My daughter likes those boba
Yeah.
teas.
There you go. Learn something new every day.
Well, boba is a Chinese slang for large breasts. It's an interesting name that they.
Well,
I'll refrain from comment on that.
yes.
If you look at the picture, though, what's gross is the picture of the tapioca balls. They're dark. It looks like a bunch of beans, a bunch of like black beans.
Burnt
Yeah.
beans.
See, right, Charlie? You learned something today. You learned so that we're all about teaching and learning here on Play It By Ear podcast.
Yes, we are.
Tapioca starch balls in the tapioca. That's what it is.
And 15 minutes ago, we were talking about Jell-O.
Right. Yes.
Well, my point is that look at this awesome conversation that you were just privy to, and it all started out with Jell-O. And did we know it was going to go there?
Well,
No. And here we are with
It's
tapioca balls.
It's akin to a coleslaw conversation on this show.
Yeah, this is riveting stuff, people.
Yes, it is. Continue.
I shall. Okay, it says Harley Davidson.
Hmm.
I don't know anything.
Let's see. It's falling victim to the changing shopping and transportation habits of younger consumers, but there will always be the lifestyle, the lifestyle segment, and that's going to keep Harley Davidson around forever. It might get smaller, but all those vintage that's never going to go away.
Right.
I mean, you talk about. I mean, I don't
Well-
know when I'm not a biker, but it's the epitome of what represents American spirit. It's a legacy.
I mean, are there any other motorcycles that are made in America anymore?
Mm, I'm not. I'm going to speak out.
Siri, what motorcycles are made in America?
Thank you, Siri.
What'd she find? Charlie owns a Harley. Charlie
There
owns
you
a
go,
Harley.
Harley.
I'm a poet and don't know it.
While he's looking that up, we could go back. Right, Kodak.
Ah.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
yeah. I mean, now we know it says Kodak is trying to bounce back from bankruptcy in 2012, but and I thought about this at the time where digital photography takes over now. But I thought that Kodak might morph with the times and use their cachet, like what do you call it, software storage and things like that. I don't know.
So on that same note, one that already has gone away,
Yeah.
Photomat.
Oh yeah. Or
Remember the
Photobug.
Photomat?
Yep.
Photobug, yeah.
Little tiny huts where you could get your.
Todd, do you
Phil-
remember Photomats?
I'm trying hard to remember. I don't think so.
I mean, I remember them, but
Okay, Brady, let me ask you this then. Where do you remember there being a Photomat? Because I remember one.
Beachmont Avenue
Yes, which place?
near Twin Fair.
No. Well, maybe there was. Not the one I'm thinking of though.
Where are you
You-
thinking?
You were probably so traumatized by being in the store there that you forgot there was a photo mat in the parking lot.
Oh,
McAlpin's.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
I
came
went to
out of
Pet
McAlpin's
Smart and
and
had
you
a severe allergic reaction.
came out of McAlpin's and you were still in the fetal position because of that sound. You didn't notice the photo mat in the parking lot.
They use that in Cuba now, that sound, I think. But Todd, did you find out your answer?
I couldn't. Not without
Budweiser is
digging
next.
deeper than I want to be able to pay attention to the
Yeah.
show, so I don't want to dig in too deep.
Budweiser will not be around.
You created a monster, and they call me Drinkenstein. I'm Drinkenstein.
Ugh.
The great Sylvester Stallone, Dolly Parton hit
Rhinestone.
Rhinestone. I need to rewatch that because I remember loving that movie, and I bet it's just absolute horse shit if I were to watch it.
Equine feces.
Yeah. Did you want a belt buckle this big?
Yeah.
I just thought it was so. Oddly enough, I thought like Sylvester Stallone was pretty much himself, but I don't think that's really. I think he did a good job of playing what people see Sylvester Stallone as.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. So in what movie role that Sylvester Stallone's ever had that Sylvester Stallone wasn't
Sylvester Stallone, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Shall I continue, gentlemen?
Well, I got a couple comments here. Ms. Wilson says Honda is made in the United States, but Honda is not a United States company though. Like Harley Davidson, I believe. I mean, they're Milwaukee, Wisconsin, I believe is where Harley Davidson was from. But she also says Kodak is diversifying into digital media.
Hmm.
So,
Is there still Indian motorcycles? I think they were like the first American motorcycle company.
They made a resurgence, but it was brief. Like maybe they're still, but I don't hear about them as much anymore because they did redo Indians, and there was new ones made, but I haven't heard it mentioned in a while.
Yeah.
what kind of motorcycle did your dad have, Brady?
It was a Kawasaki,
Yeah.
most distinctive sounding motorcycle ever.
Mm-hmm.
How'd it sound?
Wing diggy 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 diggy
Wing diggity. The old wing diggity motorcycles.
Yeah.
It's like if somebody had a T-shirt that just said "Wing Diggity" across the chest, everybody would know it meant Kawasaki.
Yeah. Well, that was time.
Oh
Hey,
yeah, we got time. Keep going.
Yeah. Victoria's Secret.
Now that's interesting.
Well,
do you
I
think that's because some of these companies? I think there are so many knockoffs. Like there are so many. I shouldn't call them knockoffs, but I mean there are so many like other places, I should say,
Lingerie
online
companies.
Yeah.
In this
Are they a victim of the whole brick and mortar stores demise anyway? Because
that.
and now they have all these underwear of the month clubs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I hear. I don't know. I mean, it's
so you hear.
So, but yeah, it was. That one was just said it's people's changing buying habits and the whole
healthier.
yeah
You
healthier.
got, green underwear now.
Yes. And I'm going to go ahead and Diet Pepsi is on this list.
I drink Diet Pepsi every day for breakfast or for lunch.
I eat
I eat pieces of Diet Pepsi every day. I drink a Diet Pepsi every day, mainly because we don't have Diet Coke in our break room. But I don't mind Diet Pepsi. I mean, I prefer Diet Coke over Diet Pepsi. But
yeah.
Okay,
It
so
says-
here's a question that I don't know, and I am a connoisseur of diet sodas. As far as Diet Pepsi versus Pepsi Zero, Diet Coke versus Coke Zero, there's a difference in taste, but they're kind of marketed like there's the Coke Zero has artificial sweetener just like the Diet Coke does. I mean, what makes them taste so vastly different?
Is it? It's just a different type of
It's a
artificial
different type
sweetener?
of sweetener. Yeah, that's what it is.
Doesn't a Coke Zero have like stevia or something in it? Like, I mean, it's something.
Well, no, I think the sweetener's even the same.
Really? See, I thought Diet Pepsi and I always had aspartame in it.
Well, they had for a while they had Pepsi with Splenda, but that went away. But I think the sweetener in both is the same now.
it
I
does
was reading
taste
something the other day, and I have no way to cite it, no source. I don't remember it all. I just know it was on Twitter, and I went down a wormhole of apparently these people were saying that there's been no proof, no connections to artificial sweeteners and the problems that we always hear that they lead to.
carcinogen effect, cancer causing, and
That's all. That's all I have to say. I just remember that. I read about it a good bit, not enough to teach it to anyone, but it just made me wonder.
All right, so I looked up difference between Diet Coke and Coke Zero. All right, let's see. Diet Coke does not use a modified form of the Coca-Cola recipe, but instead, an entirely different formula is used. So there's that. Coke Zero, carbonated water, blah, 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 blah. Hence, it can be found there's not much of a difference in their ingredients. The big difference between Diet Coke and Coke Zero is that Coke Zero, unlike the sugar-free Diet Coke, is formulated to taste like Coca-Cola with absolutely no calories whatsoever.
Huh,
So Diet Coke has some calories where Coke Zero has none. So, and then the
It's
formula. I
interesting
guess-
because Diet Coke says no 0 calories on the bottle.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. Diet Coke is a low calorie or sugar free soft drink. Coke Zero is marketed as low calories, zero sugar. And that sounds the same.
Yeah.
To me. So Diet Coke is considered a woman's drink.
I beg to
Coke
differ.
Zero, Coke Zero targeted men. How about that?
Every time I order a Coke Zero now, I'm going to say, "What'd you think I was going to order? I'm a man. I'll take a Coke Zero."
Oh, you want to know some disgusting, awful stuff? Tab. You ever had Tab?
I remember Tab.
It's gritty bottle.
Yeah, gritty, but you're right. What was up with that?
Yes, it gave me the chills of holding one. Not only because it was nasty, but because it had that grit to it. It's like somebody scraping like a blackboard with fingernails.
Now, I didn't mind the poor man's Tab, Diet Right. I didn't mind that for a while.
Die and rot. That's what we always call it.
I didn't mind certain flavors of Diet Right. They had other flavors of that besides regular
Right.
Cola. Where Tab was only one. Tab was just Tab. There wasn't like Tab Dr Pepper,
Flavored
Root
Diet
Tab.
Right. YMCA shower water flavored.
But Diet Right marketed itself as having nothing. I mean, no
Yeah.
calories, no sugar, no. I mean, what was it?
No joy, no pleasure.
I tell you, what about RC? You guys like? Did you guys like RC back in the day?
Yeah, I don't mind RC.
I haven't had an RC in probably 35 years. I would like to try one. Do they make
Well,
a
then
Diet RC?
Well, then apparently you've not been to a Cincinnati Cyclones game because that's what they sell there.
Maybe I probably have had. I mean, I probably have had one then.
Oh, you're talking about mad fans. Well, give me sorry, honey, they got RC.
What a strange because so the last time I was at a Cyclones game, I do remember them selling RC and Labatt beer. Like what kind of?
Well, that's I mean, it's Canadian
True,
hockey beer,
but it still just seems weird in Cincinnati to be buying Labatt beer and RC. Did they make a Diet RC ever? Or
Yes, actually they did.
Did they?
But I think Diet Right was
The
the
DRC?
offshoot of. But there was a Diet RC actually. I mean, it was hard. It was like a dodo bird. It was hard to find.
Didn't we back in one of our first episodes? We were doing like the history of some of different. I think we looked up the history of RC.
I think we did.
Because I remember.
Royal Crown.
Yeah, was RC the one that? No, that wasn't the one that Pete Rose had a contract with. That was one of the chocolate drinks.
Yeah.
Chocola.
Chocolate, yeah.
No, I bought a birthday party package at the Cyclones game for PJ. RC. Ooh. Disgusting.
In the vomitorium's right over there. Gorge
Right.
yourself on hot dogs and RC and yak right over there.
And the kids are like, ew.
This tastes like sink.
I need to go buy an RC tonight.
I know.
It gives me elbow breath. Continue, Brady.
I'll just wrap it up with this one. This is a good place to stop since the honker went off a little bit ago. But makes sense. The iPod.
Yeah.
No, we have iPads, we have iPhones, but the iPod, the original, is going the way of the
Makes
Dodo.
perfect.
Yeah.
Makes perfect sense. It marketed to be a holder of music, but your phone is now your holder of music.
Correct.
So,
Yes.
no need. Do they still sell them? I'm assuming they still sell them, right?
Reagan had one when she was in like third, fourth grade, fifth grade, I think, when we finally let her get a training phone. But the iPod, she would use it to communicate with me through Snapchat. So it was like practices was going to be over early.
Right.
And it would use the iPod, but I haven't seen one. Oh, good gosh, years,
Yeah.
6 years.
But again, I'm assuming they still sell them, or maybe they don't. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I mean
No,
they
I think
sold
I-
P20s for a while too.
I think they only sell the iPod Touch or something like that. I think they only sell like one anymore.
Yeah. But anyway, so that seems like a good point to stop on a modern reference.
Good conversation.
Yes.
All right.
While you're doing the in-between bits, Eric, I'm going to have to excuse myself and run to the restroom for a pit stop.
Please make sure your mic is not on.
If I am going to be at my best at this game, so I will return.
So,
Oh,
so
the
let me.
Russian racehorses are going.
Well, I think I know where I'm going with an ism now. Once again, visit our website, www.playbyyourpodcast.com. You can go to our isms, which is our urban dictionary-ish list of terms that we use in the show, complete with descriptive sentences using those words in the sentence. Todd has excused himself. He may have to go expel a feces, which is the singular form of the word feces. Sentence, oh darn, there is cat feces all over this yard, and now there is a feces on my shoe. All right. Let's see. Let's have another one here. Troat. Mispronunciation of throat. TROAT. Sentence: after making out in the swine barn with Betty late into the night, my throat was sore the rest of the fair.
Who wrote that one?
I don't. That sounds like you, Brady. I think you wrote it.
I don't know. That does not sound like my prose.
Making out in the swine barn.
That's so romantic.
That is romantic. Let's see. The old unkempt Jose. Sloppy Joe.
I'm back, by the way.
I hear
I tell you, in my younger days, I could have podcasted for hours.
Hours.
Hours, I tell you.
I could podcast like a camel.
A little clarification on the iPods from Miss Wilson. Yes, they still sell them. In the last couple of years, my aunt bought iPod shuffles for residents in a nursing home, It has been proven that music helps those with dementia, etc. So
Nice.
there you go.
Good.
All right. So if you're in the market for an iPod Shuffle, they're still out there. Okay. So topic number 3, which is me. So my topic generally, as it is tonight, is a game. And our game of the evening is called, and I'll put one of the cards up here, Friend or Faux, F-A-U-X.
The light's messing with it. It looks like it says fiend or foe.
Fiend.
The R got blanched out by the light.
Friend or foe. All right. So the object of this game, so I have 5 stacks of cards, and we're going to go through 5 rounds. Each stack gives you a more in-depth question. So the object of the game here is, and of course, we're all friends here. We've been friends for years. So now the object is to find out how much does Brady know about Todd and vice versa. So just as a practice round here, and I'll just give the same practice round I gave you two to explain the game before we started. All right, so the question is, how spicy do I like my food? Medium, mild, hot, or on fire? So let's say, Todd, give the question to you. You have to guess what Brady will say to that.
In fuego.
En fuego. Brady?
I am a medium guy.
Medium.
Medium.
Okay, so Todd would not get that point since he did not match the answer. So very
I don't
simple.
like hot for the sake of just the sensation of having your mouth on fire.
We were just talking about this today with
Yeah.
someone. Like if it's just really, really hot, but it also has a sweet or a something with it. But when it's just hot, I don't get that. I don't get the idea.
Misery.
I don't get the idea of one bite eliminating all taste of anything else for the next 2 hours and people
Correct.
liking that. But anyway,
Indeed.
so.
Yeah.
Okay. So as always, we invite the audience that's in the room. Go ahead and chime in what you think the other person will say. I mean, chances are you probably don't know us as well as we know ourselves, but you never know. All right. Brady,
See?
you will have our first question here. I think I trust you too. We don't need to write down answers. We'll just go with what you're going to say. So don't worry about that. All right, Brady. This question is concerning Todd. How many times a day do I check my email? Once a day, a few times a day, or am I a slave to my email?
Since we're all teachers, I would say that from 7:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m., I'd say we're kind of slaves to it. We see a lot of email because it's the nature of our profession. So,
All right.
yeah.
Well, now, to qualify this, though, I mean, a slave to your email would mean like he's checking his email, 11 o'clock at night, right?
Well, I don't think so because of your choices were once, a few times, or a slave. There was no in between.
Okay, fair enough.
And I'll say he's right. I mean, yeah, it's
Slave?
yeah, and I think we all have devices now that our emails come straight to and things like that. So yeah, definitely more than I wish I had to.
Yeah.
By virtue of our profession,
Yeah.
Brady 1-0. So Todd, this question concerning Brady. Can't give you that one. What do I do for a living? I think you know that.
Male stripper.
Daggone, this video surfaced again.
All right, Todd, when Brady was a kid, what did he say he wanted to be when he grew up?
This is tough because I mean, do I have to be spot on? Like, is there only one? Like, is there a?
I will be fair. I'm not going to do this just to dodge. You have my assurance.
I'm going to say he wanted to be a superhero.
Superhero.
of some sort.
Now,
Not Superman because he's too super.
That is true.
Okay, Brady, I'm obviously not involved in the scoring here, but I'm gonna make an answer. Marine biologist.
hmm This is one of those situations. Oh, sorry, Todd. Did
I
you
was
want
gonna
to
say, how old are we talking too? Like, what did it say when he was a? How did it
Well,
word it?
It just says a kid.
Okay.
Okay.
So can we say like under 10?
Well, I guess you take it as you will, but the overriding desire of his as a Ute, what did he want to be?
Here's the crazy thing, and I'm not just saying this to be kind. You're both right. Because as a little Ute and growing, well, still do, I want to be a superhero. That's why I was always, but in high school there, my sophomore, junior, senior year, that would be my desirous major, and I'd mentioned it often. So you are both right.
I'm
But
surprised
Todd
you
gets
didn't.
the point.
I am surprised you didn't pursue that with your love of the ocean and tropical and.
One problem. The smell of fist gets to me for after a while.
Yeah, not a good line of
That's kind
work
of a
to be in.
non-starter for the profession.
Couldn't you wear some of those nose pincers?
Or some Vicks underneath the schnoz.
Yeah, right.
No.
Yeah, like the Silence of the Lambs underneath the
Yeah.
nose holes there.
Yeah.
No, honestly, if a perfect job would have been the dude on the boat that gets him to the right coordinates, checks out the weather before shipping off on the journey, like the whole
Man in the canoe.
The oceanography end of it.
That's one name for it.
So stop it.
Brady, you giving him the point?
I am. He was. Like I said, I'm not kidding. You're both spot on, but he's the one who gets the point since he's the,
Well, when I
Right.
said kid, I wouldn't consider a
Yeah,
high schooler a
would be
kid.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
not that kind of kid.
Not that
Yeah.
kind of kid.
Okay, so we're on to round 2. So we're back to Brady. Brady, this question, of course, concerning Todd. Which app do I spend the most time on?
Twitter.
Twitter. Todd?
Twitter.
Twitter it is. Very good. Joey.
Jay.
Joey comes in the room. He turns on Todd is tonsil deep into a sucker.
His uvula is being punished.
After all that talk of Captain Crunch, I had to give the roof of my mouth something
Make
sweet.
sure it was still there.
Yeah. But this is becoming my customary game sucker. It helps me think.
Helps you ponder. All right. So Brady with the point. So now Brady ahead 2-1.
2-1.
2-1. All right. So Todd, how would Brady react if he discovered the house he wanted to move into had been the scene of a murder? So I guess the question is, would he move into the house or not?
He would not be able to move into the house.
Okay. Brady?
You would be correct.
All right. So 2-2. They know each other
We do know
so
each
far.
We do. I mean,
Round
we talked
3.
about that. Remember that house in Georgetown where there was a mob hit?
Yep.
And we always like, nobody's ever going to buy that house.
Right. Well, and then the house is not there anymore.
Correct.
Yes. So I believe we were right in that assertion. Okay, Brady.
Yeah.
What clique did Todd fit into during high school?
Are we using like 80s terminology, sort of?
Yeah.
Now, when I say this, I want our listening public to know that it is not the kind of it's not an epithet. It's not, and Todd is multidimensional. But in high school, where we grew up, basketball is king, and Todd was a ball player who could drain the three. So I will say Jacques.
Jock. Todd.
I would agree. I'm glad you threw the disclaimer though, because I was a jock that befriended
not a-
and talked to and felt everyone equal. I was not a jock that felt I was better than everyone else.
You were not a miat.
Yes, yes. But I was. I mean, yeah, I pretty much all I thought about. So
Well,
that and making up parodies.
right. Okay. Actually, that should be Brady 3 Todd 2. Sorry.
This is easy, man.
This has been fairly easy so far. Okay, Todd.
Okay.
Oh,
This
good
is a
God.
This is a good question. Okay. What accent can Brady do convincingly?
Is marmoset an accent?
Wombat.
We've made jokes about this. It was always like whatever he was, no matter where he was doing the accent from, it tended to go. Didn't it end up being Russian, like a Russian accent?
That's not the one I would pick, actually, but I'm anxious to see what Brady.
I was
says to
thinking that Brady always, like, whenever he tries to do any accent, it ends up being like a Russian accent.
I'm gonna have to say nay on this, or niet on this. But what I remember, no matter how hard I try to do a good British accent, it always ends up saying it like Australian.
There you go. That's what I would have
That's
said.
right. That's right.
Australia.
It is Australia. Yeah.
Look, it's the most dangerous venomous snake in Australia, and it's peacefully sleeping. I'm gonna go poke it on the bum. And
All right.
yeah. He ran out with my Sheila.
All right, Brady.
This I've shown you guys this video, but this always reminded me of Brady's accent. The old
All is said and done, she is a killer.
the
Dangerous animal on this planet. A violent creature filled with hateful thoughts and lust for blood.
Classic. Oh God.
All right, Todd.
I tend to go Jamaican. All of my accents tend to go to lean Jamaican.
All right, Todd. Here's your round 3 question. Not including traffic violations.
It's Brady's turn.
Yeah.
I just missed the question. Yeah.
You're right. So this should
Just
be
me.
round 4. This should be round 4 then, right?
See, I'm honest. I was an honest jock.
You are honest. All right, Brady.
Yes.
Has Todd ever used an online dating service?
No.
No. Todd?
Timeline's not right.
Define used. I haven't.
Nice.
Do I hear footsteps coming up the stairs?
I've always been willing to be the butt of my own joke, and I was was it what's that
Nicely
called?
played.
Self-deprecating,
Self-deprecating.
yes, not self-defecating. I've made that mistake. Self-defecating joke. No, I never have. He's right. Yeah,
Nicely played.
I was a jock. I didn't need to.
All right. All right, Todd.
So no.
Todd, does Brady use a washcloth loofah or his hands to wash his butt in the shower?
God, I hope he's wrong.
Brady, do you remember?
He has
I
an
think it was.
answer to this.
I think it was one of the last shows that you played with us. It was at B Dubs in Wilmington.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you were privy to the conversation. My cousin Johnny and Jamie, we were over there. We were talking, and Trevor, my nephews, and we were talking about this very topic about whether, because I am just a bar of soap. I am a bar of soap and no loofah or wash rag guy.
So I shouldn't wash my hands at your house with
I think Brady. I don't think Brady is just a hands guy. He's either a loofah or a wash rag. And I am going to say,
And those are under the same designation. So
Yes.
a loofah and a wash rag would be
yeah, Brady. I'm picturing Brady as a loofah guy.
Brady.
Man, this gets complex.
Brady loofah liming.
Lupa. Pass the loofah to the left-hand side. I've done all.
So
I go through phases.
your most commonly used. Okay, so if
I'm going to say the washcloth, I think, is my most dominant, but all have come into play. Just depends on how, filthy I am.
filthy,
Filthy. I've been
starring filthy.
Filthy the monkey. It's a Ren and Stimpy reference.
All right, so Todd with the point. Okay.
Oh, so it was loofah / wash rag?
Loofah
Or
/
hand.
wash rag. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Oh,
it was
wow.
one or the other. So there's only two choices. Yep. All right. Todd or
Yes,
Brady? I mean
Brady.
Brady. Does Todd
What's the score?
5-3, I think.
Scoreboard back up. Yeah, 5-3.
How did I get 2 points? I only missed one question, didn't I?
Well, you missed one that he got the point for.
Oh, okay. You get. I didn't know we got.
If you miss, he gets the other side gets the point. Okay. All right, Brady.
Mm-hmm.
Does Todd like music to help set the mood, or does he prefer to keep it quiet?
Oh. Oh.
Celia, no chiming in here.
Is he a Barry White down by the fire kind of guy?
Is this a whoopee question or?
Yeah, I believe it is a whoopee
Or-
question there,
No,
Bob.
I don't think it's whoopee. I think it's romancing.
Whoopee.
Whoopee. Yes.
What equal like? I'm gonna say no. It's about I could see it movies being in the background, but I don't see you as the music setting. I mean, it could happen from time to time, but I don't think it's your MO.
It's a tough question. I'm going to be honest with you because again, didn't you say that every question got more personal or something?
Yes. Yes.
So if this is a whoopee question, the answer changes dramatically.
Well, I mean, the question says set the mood. I would take that to mean that is the end result. Yeah.
Well, because so Brady hit the nail on the head. Like
You eat your mini.
as much of a music lover as I am, but Celia is much more of a music lover than I am, actually. As far as she has music on nonstop.
Right.
I actually will find myself driving for hours in a car and if I'm by, I just won't have music on. Now on vacation, when everybody's asleep in the car, I usually crank the tunes. Around the house, It varies. If it's Christmas break, we typically have albums. We play, we have albums on most evenings, that kind of thing. But I'm not one to just sit around and listen to music a whole lot for nothing. As far as whoopee, not that the audience wants to know this, but
they want to know.
But no, I'm not a big music guy.
So
I mean, I won't go turn it off, but
right.
I don't purposely turn it on.
So quiet.
Yeah.
So Brady's answer was correct.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I went the long way around saying Brady was correct, but I felt like it needed some context.
Gotcha. Okay. Todd, if Brady could change something from his past, what would it be? That's heavy.
That is heavy. Because if I'm wrong, then he's going to think, should have I changed that? Should I feel bad about that? Should I self-conscious? I mean, like, okay.
Let him off the hook on this one.
No, I'll pick one. But I think there's probably more than one answer. I'm going to say if Brady could change anything about the past, it would have been that I know Brady would like to eventually end up. I go back to somewhere tropical. So I think Brady might have a little bit of regret that he did not go somewhere tropical when he was young and could carefree and could kind of just leave, disappear. Before career, before life got in the way, I should say. Once you get bound by your career and things like that, I guess I think there were some regrets there.
Running the boat shop in Belize and have a name like Fang or something like that. Yeah. I could have gone multiple directions, but that is definitely, that's definitely in the soup. It definitely is. And I was having a hard time deciding, but that was kind of it too. I'm going to give you this point because there was a duality to my answer.
Okay, what is that duality?
Yeah. What else would you say?
It would probably be kinder if we didn't mention it.
Fair enough. All right.
Does TT Boy ring a bell?
All right. So Todd with the flurry there at the end, but still comes up just
Put the Google machines away, people. You don't need to know.
Ooh.
all right. Brady with the win 6-4 on this game of friend or foe.
Nice.
Nice.
But I think we established that we know each other pretty well. You
Pretty
two,
well,
anyway.
yeah.
Of course, I
Yeah.
wasn't involved, but
Oh, I'm sure it would have been the same result.
yeah, sure.
I was amazed at the superhero marine biologist thing because I was freaked out because you're both right instantaneously.
It seems like I remember seeing pictures of you as a Ute with like a blanket cape, like pajamas
it's on
and
my
blanket
mom's
cape.
wall.
Is that might be where I remember that maybe we're in the middle of a good old game
And
of
that was
Shogun.
last year's. This year's is it?
Incredible Hulk shirt.
Yes, it was Batman actually.
Well, you
I
had
was
a
the Incredible
shirt,
Hulk when I was
Well,
a kid.
yeah.
I had the Incredible Hulk underoos T-shirt.
Underoos.
You wouldn't
Yeah,
have liked me when I was angry.
Underoos. I don't even know. I mean, I don't think. I mean, Todd, your son's younger than mine, and I don't know that. I'm sure I never bought PJ underoos, and I don't remember them being like.
Well,
I don't want to say they weren't available, but they were not at the forefront of what he wanted to wear anyway.
Well, I remember when we were kids, underoos were serious business.
Oh,
you
yeah,
didn't get a pair of underoos for your birthday as a gag. You got them as this is a damn nice pair of underwear you're going to slap on. I remember buying
and
Ethan.
I'm going to run around the house in them.
Exactly. I remember buying Ethan underoo style, like some sort of super, and it was like a comical thing. You know what I mean? Like it was laughed about.
Yeah.
I mean, he wore them, but it was laughed about. Like we didn't laugh. It wasn't. You didn't dare laugh at our underoos. They were.
No.
They literally turned us into whatever.
I wanted my
superhero.
first Speedo and run around like Conan.
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 Now I can say that I had a pair of
First
Flash
Speedos.
underoos, and I am the most unflash-like person that there
Did they
ever
make you
was.
fast? According to some
And yes,
legendary basketball coaches back in the day, maybe we should have all wore Flash underwear on the outside of our unis.
all right.
Since black shoes made you look slow, maybe Flash underwear would have made us look fast.
I had Flash underoos. I had Batman underoos.
With grappling hook?
No,
Wow.
no utility. No. Well, yeah, right. Nah,
But,
nah,
who,
that-
did,
that
but
was
did
a little
anybody have
later.
Superman? Did anybody have Superman underoos?
I
You
wanted
couldn't.
Superman underoos, but
I had Batman and Spider-Man.
now Spider-Man. Yes, I had Spider-Man underoos as well.
Can I tell you why I did not want Robin ones? Because I
What's
thought
that?
the green Speedo looked silly, even back as a kid.
Green Lantern.
Lantern.
Did they make underoos of lesser like did they make like Rubberman
Ant-Man.
underoos?
Rubber. Who's Rubberman?
Rubberman.
You're thinking of Plastic Man.
Plastic Man. Sorry, Plastic Man. Plastic Man is so much more. I think
I was
that's
gonna say-
believable, but Rubberman
I was gonna say,
could have never
maybe-
happened.
Here's
maybe-
the mind warp, though. Plastic Man, his physical qualities were of Rubberman,
Yeah,
but he was called Plastic Man.
exactly. He wasn't plastic.
Man
He would
be
have broken.
crinkly.
I-
Yeah,
Yeah.
he would have
maybe-
broken.
I think maybe I heard about Rubberman in health class or something.
He wouldn't be able. He wouldn't be able to sneak up on supervillains because it'd be like,
Is that Rubberman? Is that Plastic Man?
All right.
Oh.
That's enough of this
That's
nonsense.
enough of this nonsense, guys in your gutter minds.
We're talking serious stuff with superheroes, and we're taking the
Yeah.
conversation.
Like a doll's eyes, they roll white.
I'm not gonna be able to sleep now.
That's my what was the guy's name in Jaws? That's the one impersonation I do.
Oh.
The Cap'n.
It kind of sounded like Jack Palance
That's-
channeling
Well, he
Ronnie
did-
James Dio.
He did kind of sound like Jack Palance. They roll back white. Like a doll's eyes. Quinn was his name.
Quinn.
Quinn.
Medicine Wombat.
N, not M.
No, not Quid. Quinn.
Oh, never gets old.
No, it doesn't. As opposed to confidence is sexy.
Don't you think?
I bet Jack Palance like many wheats.
Yeah, come get in my white van.
I'll do one arm push-ups and smell divine.
Oh,
That's where we need Zach. Zach is not a listener, but I think he would like this because he.
oh yeah.
Yeah,
He'd be
every
all
time
over
you
that.
saw Zach, he was going, confidence is sexy. Don't you think?
All right. Thank you, gentlemen. Very good. If you want to hear our audio version of the show, it will drop on Friday morning at 3 a.m. on most any audio platform that you can find a podcast. Apple Podcast, Spotify, Google Podcast, iHeartRadio, yada, yada, yada down the line. Ghana is one of our big platforms. Let's see, there was another one. I can't. Another one has come to the forefront here lately. I can't remember what it is. I don't know. It's slipped my mind. But there, if we go to our numbers and they tell us what platforms people are listening in on, and there's a whole bunch of them. So anywhere you can find a audio podcast, for the most part, you can find us. And also the video version of this podcast is archived. Of course, you're watching it now, but you can also watch it later here on Facebook. You can watch it on our YouTube page if you search out Play It By Your Podcast. Also Twitch.
Twitch.
Thank you. Go to our website once again. You can find all of the links to our social media pages, www.playitbyyourpodcast.com. And by the way, I forgot to mention, although we did talk about it last week, let me reshare this here. What has made appearance once again?
Oh yeah, Shinesty.
Shinesty.
Shiny, the cat Heine.
Brady wove that into our poster for episode 75.
We just couldn't let the cat bottle go.
I think we need to name the cat. It was Shiny. Is that what you
I think we
named
should
it?
name it Knick Knack.
Knick Knack
Knick
Paddywhack.
Knick Knack Paddywhack. I still got a shiny crack.
Knick Knack it is.
Knick Knack the cat bottle.
Scuttle the cat buttle.
Scuttle the bottle.
We could not scuttle the buttle. It had
We should have
That's
we should have Joey name it for us.
yeah. Joey, what's the name of our cat?
And it's buttle.
All right. Once
I
again,
can't imagine why my daughter, every time she draws dogs, has to
I was
draw
gonna say,
that particular part of its body. I don't know where she gets it from.
I can't imagine.
But here's this funny thing is when she would come into my classroom at the end of the day, like the middle school bus would ride down to the elementary, and like I would go take my kids out to the bus, and I would come back in. There would be a dog as long as my whiteboard with that particular body part like highlighted on it. I'm like, Riley, why are you doing this on my board? I can't have this on my board. But she draws them anatomically correct. I can't help it, but
Man, she's talented.
I think she's been listening to you guys way too much.
Yeah, it's our fault, right? Okay. So once again, just a reminder, we will be on Tuesday nights from here until December. So keep that in mind. And as long as Facebook doesn't mess us over, we'll try to get our invites out a little bit quicker than we did today. So we do appreciate everyone stopping by tonight.
We would like to personally invite everyone who is a fan, a listener, to just go out this week and invite 5 new people.
That's good.
5 new people to like our page and invite them to just listen. Even if
stay a while.
Yeah, even if you think they won't like it, maybe we'll surprise them. But we
leave the light on.
We're due for some growth, and we need your help.
Thank you, Tom Bodette. All right. Yeah, good challenge to the earbuds there. Bring on some more earbuds.
Yes.
All right, gentlemen. Thank you. Pleasure as always.
Cheers.
Todd,
Yeah.
take us out.
Thanks for listening to the Play It By Ear podcast. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter at Play It By Ear Pod 2, and our website at anchor.fm/Play It By Ear podcast. Thanks again, and join us next time as we play it by ear.